how's it going?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, good. Well, thanks for coming in today. We're going to have about 15 minutes to talk today, and so we can work through whatever you want. You can also just sit here if that's what you want to do. But before we get started, I'll have you sign this informed consent form, which essentially just talks about our confidentiality and the boundaries that will be covered. So feel free to just review it and sign it as needed. Awesome. Thank you. So what brings you in here today?
I'm starting to get really overwhelmed with not being able to keep my car clean.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about that. What do you usually keep in your car?
I think like the reason that my car is so dirty is because there's not like a type of thing I keep in my car. It's just like anything that enters it kind of stays in it forever.
Okay. So what, on a typical day, what do you put into your car and what would you take out?
I would say like if I'm coming back from a friend's house, like I'll put like my clothes, like my makeup bag, my phone chargers, hairbrushes. Like if I'm coming back from like, you know, like coming back like the day after from like a party or like a 21 run, like I might leave like the empty alcohol bottles in there, like things like that. I have a lot of shoes in there from like different activities.
Sounds like you're a pretty busy person, is that correct?
Yeah, I would say that.
And what are some barriers for bringing all your items inside or cleaning your car?
I would say sometimes I just don't think about it because it's in the seat behind me and I just don't want to deal with it. Sometimes it's freezing cold outside, so I just run from my car to my house. So the parking spaces at my apartment are really small, so I'm not trying to have to like slide out and have like an armful of stuff, and sometimes I'm just lazy.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of barriers, and that a lot of the times it's just the inconvenience of removing the items from your car. Do you find that the items in your car are causing any restrictions on your life or with the other people?
I mean, my friends have to like sit on top of it when they ride with me, but that doesn't discourage them. So
you're still giving them
yeah.
rides and everything. Well, let's talk about some of the items that you have in your car. So it sounds like a lot of them are daily use items. Do you find that it's a struggle when you are in your home and you don't have the items in there and vice versa?
Yes, I think it is a struggle because sometimes I'm like, oh, I really need my hairbrush, but it's in my car. But then like on the other hand, sometimes it's like, I really needed a hairbrush and it was in my car. How great. So it makes me kind of want to be like, I'll just leave it in here for when I need it.
Sounds good. Yeah, so in one way it's convenient, the other way it's also providing a struggle for your lifestyle and your schedule and everything. Okay. So what I'm hearing for a lot of this is a pattern of that you seem to be having a lack of desire to actually clean it. Let's dive a little deeper into that. Have you always, struggled to keep cars or rooms clean?
Not so much rooms, but definitely cars. For some reason, that's just like an area where I'm like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just because, it's so easy to leave them in there. And
I can just walk away.
Right. Sounds about right. Yeah. Well, shoot. When you do get a chance to clean your car, how do you feel?
When I do get a chance to clean it, it's like when I try to do it like every break or something like that, but it's like a huge thing because it's so messy, so I have to like take a long time. But when I clean it, I like do everything, like I vacuum it, like I shampoo the seats, like that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like very satisfying to get it done.
And you do it like Christmas break and Thanksgiving break, summer, stuff like that. And why do you choose those times to do it as opposed to on a weekly basis?
I think just because it takes like a long time to get it completely clean, because if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna like make it like sparkly, but it might be easier to do like a little bit each week.
So it sounds like you do like to have clean spaces, but once things get out of hand, it's just like a lost cause and you forget about it and keep going. Okay. Well, how does the rest of your spaces look?
I would say they're like pretty clean, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 7
A
usually.
7. And why would you not make it an 8?
Because when I think of like really clean rooms, I think of like never having anything on the floor, like dusting and like being really extra like that. And I just like to keep it like tidy, but you can still tell that it's like lived in.
Okay. And how often do you clean those spaces?
I try to clean my room about once a week.
Once a week. Okay. Well, we've talked a lot about your spaces and your car, and the cleaning habits that you have within all of those. We only have about a few more minutes left within our session. So, what would you like to accomplish today?
I think like I would just like to accomplish like kind of wanting to clean my car more, and like not just wanting but like actually doing it.
Okay. And so with that, what dissuades you from cleaning your car a lot of the times?
I would say like the amount of time it takes, or like sometimes when I clean it, I find like cool stuff in it, and then I get distracted.
Fair enough, it's but if that's what gets you through, sometimes that can help. Okay, well, it sounds like you have a desire to want to keep it clean. Has anyone in your family or your friends made any comments that affect you and your cleaning habits?
I mean, people comment on it, but like it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, clean your car, and I'm like, take your trash out when you get out instead of leaving it, and then.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's a two-way street, and a lot of times people don't always respect your car as much as they should. Interesting. That's the tea. Well, unfortunately, we can't always control other people, but what do you foresee your car looking like within the next few months?
I'm hoping that with Thanksgiving break coming up, like maybe I can get it all the way clean. And then I kind of think that some of the reason that maybe other people don't respect my car is because it's already dirty, which kind of like sets a precedent for them. So maybe if I can like keep it clean and then not like be rude about it, but just be like, it's clean, like I want to keep it clean, something like that.
Absolutely. In a scale of 1 to 10, how easily do you think that will be achieved, maintaining the cleanliness of your car?
Probably like a 6 or a 7.
A 6 or a 7. And why not an 8?
I would say like because it like sounds kind of silly, but like there's kind of like my car's always been like this, so my friends know that like it's not a big deal. Like if they accidentally spill something, like I won't be upset. So I still wouldn't be upset because like it's an accident, but maybe we'll just have to lean more towards like I'm trying to keep it clean now, like just setting like a new norm for it.
Yeah, it sounds like communication a lot of times is lost, and people don't always take your ground rules seriously, or they get bent sometimes. Interesting. Okay, well, with that, what do you think is your goal for the next month? Because Thanksgiving's coming up, and it sounds like you have an interest in cleaning your car during that week. What is your goal for the next month?
I would say that my goal would probably be over Thanksgiving to like deep clean it, so I have like a good place to start, and then after that like maybe have like 30 minutes each week just like to tidy up my car, like take trash out of it, that kind of stuff.
Okay, and we're gonna break that down just a little bit. With that, for 30 minutes each week, what day do you think would be best for that?
I think probably Sunday.
Sundays? Okay. Is there a specific time during Sundays?
I have like one thing that I do like every week on Sunday, and then when I come back from that, I like do my laundry and do my dishes and that kind of stuff. So it might just be like as I'm walking in, just like grab all my trash and just do it with the rest of like my chores.
Okay. And sometimes when we try to implement behavior changes, it can be tough to hold ourselves accountable. Is there a way that we can implement accountability through other people or with yourself?
I think maybe like telling my roommates about it, or like people that I frequently like give rides to.
Okay. So it sounds like you want to reach out to your roommates and have them ask you questions about what the cleanliness of your car, if you cleaned it on Sunday nights. So how will you present this to your friends or?
I think maybe
roommates?
just like tell them my goal, and then maybe like, I don't know if I would necessarily like it if they were like, did you clean your car? Because I'm one of those people that I'm like, it's not your business. But I would say like maybe if they know that I didn't like that, we could both like maybe go down and do it together, or they could just like encourage me to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's create a timeline for this next month. So Thanksgiving is in about 2 weeks. And within that 2 weeks before break, before actual Thanksgiving, what would you like to do? What steps would you like to take?
I think like during like the school time up to that, I'll try to take in like a couple items like each time I go home, and then like the Sunday of Thanksgiving break, I think like deep clean it, and then just like try to keep it clean, and then just like keep those Sunday times going, as well as just like every time I get out of my car, making it like a little thing instead of like one big thing.
Okay. And will you set any reminders, or maybe post a Post-it note in your car to remind you when to take things up? Or
I think it would be good to post a Post-it note, because sometimes like when you're driving, it's just like, and then you just get out and you don't look.
right, you're not always thinking as you park, and you have other things on your mind a lot of the times. Okay. So by posting that Post-it note, you'll be able to look at it hopefully before you get out of the car, and you can grab a few items and take it up. With that deep clean that you were hoping to do during Thanksgiving, what are the steps you're going to take in order to do that specific action?
I would say first, like, get all the trash out of it. Secondly, take like all the stuff that usually goes in my room up, and then vacuum and like shampoo the rest of the car.
Okay, and do you have a place in mind that you would like to go for vacuuming and shampooing?
Car wash.
The car wash. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's very true. All right. Well, if you I don't know if you have any specific ones in mind or anything, but okay. Well, I think this sounds really good. Do you have any concerns moving forward, or we only have a few more minutes? Do you have any concerns moving forward?
I'm just like kind of concerned, because like this is like a behavior that like I'm always like, I'm gonna keep my car clean now, and then I don't. So I think it might be better, because like next semester I'm taking on a lot less. But yeah, it's like I've even struggled with it like when getting new cars, so it's
Right.
just like a repeating behavior for me.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. And do you believe that by creating that Post-it note and talking to your roommates will help with that, or?
I think it will help, like even if it doesn't help like completely, it will help a little bit.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. With that, it seems like you are ready to clean your car and do all that needs to be done. Do you have any questions for me? No? Okay, cool.